Joey the Anime Man just got cancelled. Oh boy. One thing to another, it will always come down to cancellation. Let's get it.
A lot of people have been talking about this clip right here. As you can see, 2.4 million views on twitter.com, captioned, well, actually the caption is a quote of what this woman in the video says, but we'll take a look at the caption / quote, which reads, quote, "We need more animes with female protagonists," unquote. And the caption to that is now, woman who has watched 5 anime series in her life, aka a tourist causing problems. Hey,
Man.
this is...
It's always gotta be the tourist. It's always gotta be a tourist, man. Like, for one, like, they are... When it comes to, like, speaking out their minds, even though, like, they don't have enough ball knowledge when it comes to anime. Like, they think they're part of the squad or the community, but they don't have ball knowledge. Holy LARP.
my fandom now, you gotta change for me. Yeah, no. Jokes aside though, it's not even just about like, you have to change for me, which we've seen from anime tourists before. No, this one is also the fact that she's also just wrong. Wrong in pretending, or I shouldn't say pretending, wrong in acting, in her own ignorance. Like, there's not a lot of anime that have female protagonists. There, in fact, actually
Holy
is
shit.
a lot of anime and a lot of manga.
Yo, the amount of times where a lot of female protagonists are in the slice of life genre, or it could be like you know one of those villainous anime where they would go to another world and become like the duchess or the princess of the kingdom, and then they have like a bunch of suitors would take their hand, and they will fight. They will just fight just to take her hand. You know, like, we got a lot of that because most of the time in the anime scene, the viewers would prefer having the having more female characters. And even then, most of them are female main protagonists. And you know, like, for the whole shonen thing, where most of the shonen genre are more of male protagonists, like male main protagonists. But there are other genres as well, like if they want to spin things around or in their own original story, like most of the times they would actually put female main protagonists because, for one, it is the vision of the author or the director. If they want the main character to be female, so be it. And number two, which is the appeal, that if the audience would love the female protagonist, and they will stick around and become actual fans of the series. It is what it is. Unless, like, if the character development of the female protagonist is solid and more believable, hey, like, more support. Like, a lot of fans would prefer having those traits of a main character or the main protagonist. It's just like, it is just plus points if the main character is female because of the appeal, or if the main protagonist is a male but he is hot as shit, it is also plus points.
With female protagonists, and of course some of those characters are some of the most beloved characters in the medium. But that's exactly how these anime tourists are time and time again. They clearly don't really like anime, but they LARP as if they do. Then they go around virtue signaling, being performative as heck, calling
True.
everything problematic and offensive. You know, the same sort of slop that we've heard from people like this over and over and over again. They really need to get some new material. Or better yet, just like stop LARPing and move on with your life. But
Yo, remember like decades ago, like a decade back in, let's say around like 2015 to 2010, or I don't know, like between like 2010 to 2020. You know, that is pretty much the golden era of anime, where back then, if you like anime and you've been caught liking anime or just consume anime in public, they will just call you like nerds, they will call you geeks, they will call you like a loser that likes anime. Because back then, like, if you like anime, you consider yourself like a loner, a loser, or a they make otaku derogatory word. Like it is a slur back then. Like if you get caught watching anime, you're being called an otaku or a nerd. Because you know what, I cherish those moments because at least we get to protect what is the what we love for anime. And you're like, like there's no such thing as tourists back then. If you are an anime fan, you're an anime fan for life. Like you are just either you're not an anime fan or an anime fan. Like that's the contrast of it. It's like black and white, day and night. But now we got a lot of tourists that LARPs as anime fans, and they would say like, oh yeah, I watch anime, and doesn't know ball knowledge about anime whatsoever. And then they got the audacity to dictate of, oh yeah, like this anime needs to change because it is gross or it is like not appropriate. Bitch, who the fuck is you? What are you, like the CEO of anime? Like, holy shit! Like if you don't like something or the entirety of the show, you can just not watch it entirely. It's pretty much that simple. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't consume it. It is for the audience that really like it. And I do, as I said it before and I'll say it again, I appreciate the anime studios or even the authors would stand their ground, and they will write or they will portray their characters as it is in the way that the authors intended, and the anime studios that they will just follow the author's wishes and just let their characters be the characters that like they're written, like the character development, character designs, whatnot, and not actually bend the knee, like bending the knee to this Western audience that are just pure on virtue signaling, and then they will just dictate like, holy shit, like this is problematic. Change it or we will riot, or change it or you'll be cancelled. Thank God for there are anime studios that never bend the knee to these weirdos. Please never. Because it is not like that is not their audience. The audience are actually like the actual audience are the actual audience that supports the studios and their vision and the author's vision. That's it, like plain and simple.
Apparently that's a big ask for these people to stop being fake. That's something they just can't do. Speaking of which, that takes us back to this lady, and things get really crazy because she actually, after she makes her horrible points, she gets called out by Joey TheAnimeMan.
Oh,
I know,
shit.
Kind of surprising, right? But hey, let's play the clip. It's about 1 minute long.
My anime hot take is that we need more female protagonists.
Enough said. Sailor Moon, Madoka Magica, those are the obvious ones. Serial Experiments Lane, Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Kill la Kill, Kanan, Ogre Proxy, Claymore, Yojo Senki, Ghost in the Shell, Violet Evergarden, Azumanga.
Yo, holy shit. Alright.
Kanan, Ogre Proxy, Claymore, Yojo Senki, Ghost in the Shell,
Alright.
Violet Evergarden.
The greatest anime that is ever made. Violet Evergarden. One of my personal favorites. Actual favorite of mine. I wish that a couple of years, or if I have like a ray gun that would erase a part of my memory. If there were like a device that could erase part of my memory, I would erase part of the memory of the experience of watching Violet Evergarden. I will erase that memory and relive like watching Violet Evergarden all over and over again. Is like watching it for the very first time. Man, let me know if that certain device exists, because I really want that, because I really want to rewatch Violet Evergarden as if I watched it for the very first time. The experience, the emotions, pure cinema.
Nazumanga Daioh, Made in Abyss, Nana, Shoujo Kakume Utena, Yona of the Dawn, Ascendance of a Bookworm, Psycho Pass, Black Lagoon, Certain Scientific Railgun, Haibana Denmechi, Hayafuru, My Neighbor Totoro, Little Witch Academia,
classic.
Hibiki Euphonium, Ancient Magus Bride, Nichijou.
Hold on. Wait a second. Alright.
Evergarden, Azumanga Daioh, Maiden Abyss, Nana, Shoujo Kakume Utena, Yona of the Dawn, Ascendants of a Bookworm, Psycho Pass, Black Lagoon, Certain Scientific Railgun, Haibana Denmechi, Hayafuru, My Neighbor Totoro, Little Witch Academia.
Yo, Little Witch Academia. This is my only anime where I you know what a big fan of magical girls. Little Witch Academia. Woo boy. Great memories.
Hibiki Euphonium, Ancient Magus Bride, Nichijou, Blood Plus, Blood Sea, Kata no Kyokai, Kiki's Delivery Service, House Moving Castle, Nausicaa, Spirited Away,
Banger.
Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu, Soul
Banger.
Song Free Reign, Lovely Complex,
Banger.
Fruits Basket, Princess Tutu, Perfect Blue, Oran High School Host Club, Carolyn Tuesday, Apothecary Diaries, Bocchi the Rock, Keep Your Hands
Banger,
Off Hazel,
K-On!
Dead Demons, Destruction. Ghost Sick, Wolf Children, Georgia Part 6,
Banger.
Moribito, Shirobako, Bloom Into You, Kino no Tabi, Humanity Has Declined, Slayers, Uma Musume. Damn. I guess we do need more female anime protagonists, huh?
And not only that, even like future anime or even like future manga, they would have like female protagonists later down the line, because that's pretty much like what the market wants. Yeah, like even for like shonen, like they would still prefer the male main protagonist, but as the market would say, like they prefer female.
Bro even pulled like a reverse Aizen at the end there, starting without the glasses, but then adding the glasses at the end. And some people were like trying to defend her, being like, that's not even that many. And it's like, dude, he's not gonna literally list all of them. That would take forever. It seems like he was really just going off memory or something. But the anime tourists, they are very offended at Joey's take. So they, believe it or not, this is crazy, they went to Twitter to complain and be offended even
Holy
more.
shit,
like they
man.
always do. I know, shocking, right? Great lives.
I mean, it's the same old. They just don't. They will never stop hating. Even if like you made a point, they will never stop hating. They will just make a dumbass rebuttal, and then if you counter that rebuttal, they will still hate you.
This person says, she said more, idiot. Do you know what more means? That tweet got 1.1 million views on Twitter and hundreds of responses calling the OP out. For example, we've got Lady Lark writing, we have had many female protagonists already. People in the anime community who have eyes have been knowing and seeing this for
Jesus.
years. And this post that reads, I want more of this thing. Hey, you already have a lot and you're not underrepresented in the anime space at all. Well, I ask for more and more. What don't understand? And another saying,
man.
this is very clearly a list that he made off the top of his head, but if you actually looked at the currently airing shows, there's at least like 20 shows airing right now that do have female protagonists. We have a new season of
Like not only that, like I guess what Joey mentioned of the list of the anime that features female main protagonists, there are also anime as well that are pretty much like hidden gems that has the same thing. They have their own female protagonists as well. Like most of them are just hidden gems. The way like Joey would like mention of those animes are pretty much like popular or even mainstream as well. But I swear to God, like there's a lot of anime that, you know, like hasn't got their limelight yet, or just it's been like covered in dust for many years. A lot of hidden gems is I recently found out, like, you know me, like I like my isekai genre, even though like it is like isekai slop at this point, but I still cannot stop watching. In the isekai genre, a lot of female main protagonists. A lot of them. Yep.
Mad Guy Lumeri about grown women as magical girl OLs with no fan service at all the things Twitter complainers claim to be clamoring for, but I barely ever see anyone talk about it because the people that complain the most about female representation in anime don't actually watch anime. But the offended people were not done. I like this comment. Joey's now a chud apparently.
Wow.
Says, I'm crying, this chud loser, in reference to Joey, who wasn't even relevant 10 years ago, pronounced it Madoka Magica. That's just too funny. Let me guess what's next. They're gonna call him a Nazi? Is that it? Hey, he was harassing this innocent girl who did nothing wrong, and he's literally a Nazi.
Hey, probably. there's gonna be like a hidden agenda of having like the previous user says like they want more of it. I guess like what they meant is more representation, because that is like that kind of topic is existed for I don't know, like a couple of years now. Like they want more representation, as in like Gyaru isn't enough for a fully black characters, and they want more representation in like if you're talking about the representation, like more people in different countries, like different race, or even like oh my god, like even like gender now. Like they're trying to inject the Western ideologies in anime, which is mostly Eastern, like which is mostly Japanese culture, and they want to inject the Western culture into anime. That is weird as heck. That is weird, and that is rude, and that is just plainly bad. Like we don't want that shit. If the Western want to make their own anime, make your own anime. Why do you want to like inject your ideals to the anime, which is mostly Japanese culture, and just like inject your filthy ideology in there? No. If you want to make your own anime, make your own anime. Even if like it's full on Western ideology and whatnot, go ahead, be my guest. But don't you ever touch anime which is made from Japanese. Let them make what they want. If the culture offends you, don't watch it. And if you just go on like full on virtue signaling on Twitter and says like, yo, like anime needs to change this and that, like anime is problematic, go fuck yourself.
See, here's another tweet that's upset with Joey. This one has 8,900 likes. Says, just because you can name 20 doesn't mean there shouldn't be more, lol. You would die of old age if you named all the male protag anime. They got a response from Kukurio that says, you would also die of old age if you named all the female ones. The point is precisely that you claim there aren't any because you lack any anime knowledge, so you don't know there are as many female characters as male ones. Then we have this tweet with 7,400 likes, also upset at Joey, saying, TheAnimeMan is such a jerk. In the full video, she specifically talks about Sailor Moon, and at least one of the other anime he brings up as a counterpoint, and admits there are many. Bro, that just makes her sound even worse. What do you mean? She brings up that there's 2 examples. She says that there are many, and she can only think of 2. And one of them is like the most obvious example, Sailor Moon. I mean, come on. There's probably people that don't even like anime that can name more than she did. How is this supposed to help her argument? Like I said, this makes her sound like even more of a tourist. And the response ends with this person
Filthy
saying,
tourist.
She just likes them and wants more. Stop farming straw men for content. Look, if that's really all it was, that she likes them and wants more, that would be fine. But she was clearly trying to come at this from an angle of like, this is problematic and something needs to be done about it. And it's coming from someone who, again, has no idea what she's even talking about, which became even more clear in that post that was trying to defend her, but only ended up making her sound even worse. Let's check out some of the top comments here. Let's see what people are saying about this one. When you say, quote, we need more, unquote, of something, it insists that there isn't a lot of it, which is not true about female-led anime. This is another example of people complaining just to complain when it genuinely isn't anything to complain about.
You know what? I just realized something. Not only anime, we got the other side as well, which is the 18 plus. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Still, a lot of them are female main protagonists. I said it. Even if, all right, let's separate this. We got like the light novel, we got the manga, we got the anime, and then we got the other side. It is the opposite of anime, the 18 plus, and also the opposite of manga, where like it's still manga, but it is 18 plus manga, right? Hear me out. there's a lot of female main protagonists in all of these five mediums that I mentioned. Still, hey, even if the famous female protagonist in Metamorphosis. Need I say more? And also, if you want more female main protagonists, we got other races as well. Most likely elves, goblins, slimes. Hey, even like Monster Masune. Well, technically, like the main character is a male, but hey, even like the favorites are still female. Need I say more? Like, holy shit, man! Like, if they gonna like specify like anime only, they are missing out on the other 4 mediums that I mentioned. Like, they're pretty much like the highlights. They're pretty much like the main focus. Instead of just, like sticking to anime, why not read a manga? Why not read a light novel, for God's sake?
This one that says, my thing is, whenever women say this sort of thing, they often ignore the previous female characters who crawled so modern day female characters could walk. I know so many women who claim to want more female characters, but they've never watched the animes he mentioned. I might have actually just found one of the craziest comments defending the woman in the clip. Check this out. Yeah, this woman didn't say, quote, there are no freaking anime ever to exist with a woman protagonist, unquote. And as someone who is more than a casual interest in the genre, I probably watch 50 to 100 anime. I've never even heard of the stuff Joey mentions outside of Sailor Moon.
Damn.
I want to think this is bait. Like, there's no way, right? How have you never heard of any of the anime that Joey mentioned in that clip except Sailor Moon? And you're saying that you have more than a casual interest in the genre? And that you've allegedly watched 50 to 100 anime, but you've never heard... Like...
Yo. If you wanna verify, like, if you spot, like, a tourist or a fake anime fan, ask them of their My Anime List or myanimelist.com list. If they don't have, like, 100 plus animes in their backlog, you definitely know like they're LARPing, because even like the veteran anime enjoyer, they have like on average 200 to 500 animes, but still haven't watched it yet. Like their list, like their backlog list is so full of anime that they cannot catch up. It's like the One Piece of anime. If they have like a massive backlog of My Anime List, that is a true anime fan right there.
It doesn't make sense. There were so many very popular, very well-known anime that he named in that clip. I don't even... Am I falling for bait right now? Like, it's not blue checkmark account. If there was a blue checkmark there, I would think it was probably bait. But since there's not, I don't know. Maybe bait for the love...
Oh, if it was like rage bait just to farm some Twitter money, man, they are missing out. They missed their shot. They cannot even earn a single cent from this rage bait right here. What a shame. What a waste.
Or maybe this person's serious? I don't know. But if you made it this far, we'll end the video with a little trivia, a little game, if you will. And the game is Guess the Anime. So it's an older anime. It's one I saw a long time ago, and I liked it back then, but it wasn't one of my favorites. And my favorite character in that anime back then was actually a side character, and he got a really bad ending. So I was kind of just disappointed and upset about that when I finished it back then. But I've recently been doing a rewatch of this anime, and now the actual main character is by far my favorite character. I don't really care about that side character anymore. I've moved on. But this main character and the anime itself have both become, like I said, one of my favorite characters. And now also one of my favorite anime. On top of it just aging really well, certain life experiences I've had since then dealing with death and things like that. We're not going to get into all that stuff. But my point is, it's given me a new perspective on this anime and a brand new appreciation for it that I didn't have the first time I watched the show. And so the reason I'm bringing it up is because it could maybe go on the list. It wasn't on the list, and it really would not go on the list. But by the very end of the anime, through sheer technicality, you might be able to argue that maybe it could go on the list. But yeah, it's a little bit complicated without spoiling anything. So that's all the hints, or rather, those are all the hints I'm going to give. If anyone can guess.
What? That is one of the most vaguest hint ever. Because you know why? It's the same formula as any other anime in different genres. Like, can you at least like describe what they look like or describe like their roles? Yeah, the role is a side character or like the main character, but that doesn't mean that you will like narrow it down into that specific character. Like, all the hints are just vague. Come on, like give a better hint.
The anime in the comments. Hopefully I see your comment, and I will give you a heart if you guess right. But as for the video, that's it. That's the latest. Let me know what you think about the situation. Have a wonderful rest of your week up ahead, and I will see you in the next one.
Yo, you know what? Great video by Hirohei. Appreciate it. Still, alright. Alright, if the My Anime list, you know, like they will just if they would, you know, like deflect with the My Anime list bait, where, you know, like if you're a true anime fan, show me your My Anime list. But if that doesn't work, ask them about their opinion of Sword Art Online. Ask them about it. If they say like Sword Art Online is the worst, or yeah, if they say like Sword Art Online is the worst anime ever existed, that's a true fan. That's a true anime fan right there. It doesn't mean like here's the thing, like it doesn't mean like bashing Sword Art Online, like the first Sword Art Online, right? If they say like, yeah, like it's the worst anime, it's because like back then, like Sword Art Online has been branded as the worst anime ever because of the like just bland storytelling of Kirito, and also like the progression, and also like the character progression of Asuna as well. But that doesn't mean where if you think like Sword Art Online is the greatest anime ever, that is your personal opinion. But when it comes to the majority of people would say, like the majority of the consensus of the anime community, if they say like Sword Art Online is the worst anime ever, then you spotted a true anime fan. Yep. That's how you spot him. And if you don't spot him, call him a tourist, call him a LARPer, call him a fake anime fan. That's probably that they probably watch more cartoons in Cartoon Network than watching anime from, I don't know, like which channel. Like for me, like I just watch it on Toonami. And wait, what is that? Like that anime channel on TV that I forgot about. Like I watched like a lot of Ranma 1/2, and The World God Only Knows from season 1 to season 3, and a little bit of Konosuba as well. Yep. But now I just watch anime online, and yeah, you know what? Keep up the good work, and also gatekeep anime, because at this point, if you don't gatekeep, the love of anime will be gone. Like they will just change. They will just keep changing and changing until you're never gonna recognize anime ever again. Gatekeep hard.